first thing first, we had to stop at Starbucks because I did have stuff to hit at home, but it was not things I really wanted to hit. So, and I didn't have water, so I didn't want to do stuff for water too. So it's a bunch of fucking laziness, to be honest, because I would have just like, well, if I was into it, just wake up early and cook something to eat. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna do that. So I went to Starbucks, we bought food, and we also got some water as well. And we're driving there. So apparently I'm gonna spend like 50 or maybe 52 minutes on turnpike now. So it's gonna be a nice drive, and there's no traffic at all. So I can speed as much as I want. And doing 70 right now. That's crazy. Should I even say that? It's alright. But still, so I'll see you guys in the next 20 minutes for another updates. In the meantime, we just gonna eat and drinks water. But yeah, I'm not even close to 65. Oh, wow, it's 65. Gotta slow down now. Well, it's 65, but I'm not even close. Well, I'm close to 49 right now, so we still have a long way to go. Because I think we'll turn at 8, maybe 57. Don't quote me on this. Maybe 97. Is that one of them? But yeah. Alright, update 2. So I'm probably like 25 minutes. Alright, don't really quote me on this as well. Everything's doing fine. So I just can't wait to actually get there. And I'm just blasting music because I don't want to sleep while driving, and I also don't want to get bored. So that's the way that I used to just do all that. So I'll let you guys know when I get there. That's the second update for the day. Alright, so we're finally there, and I had a little problem with finding the entrance because it was like a whole gate number type thing, but I'm there now. I'm at the location, so I just need to get the hell out. Actually, probably get a bracelet, some stuff like this. I really don't know how they do it, but I do know that I bought my ticket this morning, so gonna put some headphones on. I hate the fact that I don't have any noise canceling headsets or noise canceling anything, but I'm just gonna put regular ones on and put some music in the background because I really don't like being overstimulating, or if I am, so I'd rather like take care of it instead of just not taking care of it. Can I get it? No, you didn't, but hey, you're just there. Let's go! Start asking.
How you guys doing? I'm good.
So it's pretty that really close to be. It's gonna be 2.
These guys are super.
Which one of them?
These are the Japanese blue gold double short antler. One, you're looking at almost $30 just for one.
They're not showing any colors yet, so I'm not sold.
Oh, like for the mills, let me show you.
Yeah.
These are endless.
I like the tails though.
Maybe I need to put those guys in.
Man. I don't know about that.
Let me show you a video of what those guys look like.
Yeah, please.
Let me show you.
The guppy girls, yeah.
So, alright, just for argument's sake, that's for 10. And that, I can pull up, say, at the store, I sell it for $5.99 a portion. But like, a little portion of that online. That right there, you probably could make back around $30 off it.
I'm gonna get a bag.
They'll do well outside too. Do you have like a?
These are bluefin red flame paradise ramen, right? These are ramen. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm biking my car right now and I only spent 45 minutes there. That's crazy because that's a really good expo. They have a good amount of stuff, but like I predicted, well, not predicted, I'll say like I thought about it initially. So it was mostly like a reptile show with a bunch of reptiles and stuff like that. So not really a lot of fish. But the guy that did have fish though, he had like some really good, amazing guppies. Like one of the most beautiful guppies that I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. Well, at least in Florida, beside a Petco and PetSmart. But I'm gonna go to a Petco and a PetSmart actually because I want to get some more guppies and see what they have. Because I do have quarantine medication for one quarantine session, means like 7 days. So I did have guppies though. But the guppies that I have right now are kind of like a few guppies, not a lot of guppies here really. So I really don't want to go and use my meds and quarantine like 5 guppies or maybe like 10 guppies for like a good amount of meds. So I'm just gonna go and try to see if there's like more guppies that I want, mostly males because I have a lot of female, and quarantine them babies, them guys. Then next week by the same time, I'll just like take them off of quarantine and then I'll put them in the tank and they'll start breeding. So yeah, but it was a really good expo. If I was into plants and reptiles, so that would have been that show. But I'm really not a reptile person. Like a snake, I love the thought of it, but being in front of an actual snake just make me freak out a little bit. But not really. But still, I don't wanna have a snake as a pet right now. But yeah, good guppies. I took some pictures and some arts as well, and I've seen some people for my aquarium club, and actually they have like an auction coming up. So it's gonna be the 3rd weekend of August. So technically this week is gonna be the first one. No, next week. Yeah, it's like 3 weeks from now. There's gonna be a super auction with a lot of fish. This baby, I'm gonna save every single time that I have to actually go to this auction because I know they're gonna have a lot of guppies, a lot of plants, a lot of stuff like that that I really do like. So you gotta save some money to actually go there. Probably like $200. And the craziest thing is I did put out like $250, I think maybe $220, don't quote me on this, and I only like used $100 like literally from to the expo, and I got around like 15 to 20 fish. That's I'll say 15. But yeah, it was really nice. I hope it was a tropical fish expo, but it wasn't. But still, the thing that they had were really nice. So it's worth checking them out. So now I'm gonna go to PetSmart first, see what they have. It's PetSmart out of town because that's not my town. I drove like 1 hour away to be there. Because you know, I live in Miami and I'm in Palm Beach now. So I'm just gonna see how their PetSmart look like and also what their Petco looks like as well. So this video is gonna be an expo, a PetSmart, and Petco kind of video. That's crazy. But yeah, you guys gonna have a good mix. So bye. Let me go there and get out as well because I have to go home and clean up a little bit and take a nap because I have to go to work later on 6. So yeah, let's go. But I'm lying. Petco is always beautiful or attractive, much more attractive than Petco actually. Because I went to some Petco, they were literally, I can't say that. But now I'm gonna go to a Petco. I'm looking for a specific strain of guppy. Like I've seen it one time, so I don't really remember the name. I think it might be Red Cobra, but it's like a really deep red with a long tail. So that's what I'm looking for now. But I went to some beautiful stuff as well there at PetSmart, and my total was like $46. So I got probably like 2, maybe 4 strains all ready for quarantine. So we're gonna go to Petco, and then Petco will be my last stop, and then I'll just go home. Jeez, hopefully I don't get home. Thank you for that. Well, I'm just gonna cut it out because I don't want to risk it. So yeah, I'll see you guys at Petco. So I'm back in the car right now, and the Petco was a little bit disappointing because just the way that was structured, and they didn't really have a lot of things I really wanted in stock, like guppies. It was just a few. Then I didn't even really look at them because I don't want to get a few guppies and then those like ended up being the guppies that are sick and just make my batch like much more sicker. So I'm gonna go home now, but before I actually go home, I'm gonna stop at a pet supermarket so that I can get some not fancy guppies, like the bottom feeder guppies, because I'm gonna cycle some things and add them on the thing and kind of like see if, you know, I'm still getting the same thing that I got from the guppies that were in the thing previously, because I had a couple things, well, 2 things actually with guppies that I added on them, and then after like a while the guppies just died, and then like a white foam kind of formed on their bodies, and yeah, so I stopped cycling. I stopped running the thing yesterday night, and I bleached it for the whole night, and when I woke up in the morning I rinsed it and bleached it again. So it's still in the sun now with the bleach on it, so it should be good when I get back home and bleach everything, bleach the filter, bleach the filter, the air stone and everything. So I'm just gonna go home right now. I'm gonna empty it, but first I'm gonna let the fish to acclimate for 15 to 20 minutes. Then I'm gonna empty the tank and then fill it back up again, and it's gonna be a brand new tank, but with not a lot of bio load, which is gonna be a little bit tricky. But I'm still gonna add the fish, and I got some guppy grass, so I can get some bio film from that, or maybe just some live stuff on the plants to kind of like, you know, let the tank cycle one more time with those fish in it for probably the week, and then I'll add a new strain of guppies once they'll be done with quarantine. So that's the plan. So yeah, let's go home and stop at the pet supermarket. Finally back at home now. There's a couple things that I'm gonna be doing, and I'm gonna show it to you guys. So first thing first, I'm gonna try to fix the filter. So the thing is, I bought a pump filter, and I was splitting the filter in different ways so that I can power the pump, the filtration, the pump, the sponge filter, and also the air stone. So I'm just gonna remove that because I'm gonna use each hole like for one thing, but I was trying like to use one hole for 2 things, so so that I can provide as much aeration and filtration as possible on the quarantine thing. That's like the one thing that I've never done when it comes to me quarantining fish, and I think it kind of ended up costing me some fish. So I'm gonna try to put raw air stone. I always put air stone on my fish tanks, but the sponge filter, I've never done any sponge filter in quarantine, so this is going to be my first time doing sponge filter in quarantine. So I'm just going to be doing the sponge filter really quick. I'm going to fix it, and then I'll come back and show you guys the fish that I got. Alright, so I just finished with the filtration, so everything is looking fine now. First fish that I have here, this is a pair, actually it's 2 pair 2 male, 2 female. So they are called the blue gold double swordtail guppies. But yeah, they don't look like swordtails though. Well, they have like fancy tails and everything. I didn't even show you anything to you guys. They just like I think the males have like the fancy like the fancy double tails that you guys are looking at, kind of looking at kind of resembling swordtails a little bit, like the male tails one. So yeah, and I got this 2 pairs for 20 bucks, which is a pretty good price, I'm not gonna lie. And it was from the people from my fish club meeting. The last meeting that I was supposed to go to got canceled, and then they just had like a small little booth there, and I've saw them. They gave me a couple cards, and they also had this in stock. Like I really wanted to support them, so I just got one. And it looks like a really good deal. Can't wait to meet these guys. So I'm just gonna put them on the thing that I have right there. I think I'm gonna be removing this though. Yeah, I'm gonna remove it. Yeah, that's one. So these are some extremely beautiful one. I think those are the blue mosaic guppies. Don't quote me on this, but they're really beautiful. The male and the female, they're just stunning. And you guys can't really see the small intricate colors because it's not really under bright lights, and they're most likely stressed too, not gonna lie. That's one factor. But I just can't wait to breed these guys because at the first time that I saw them, I was like, yeah, I want them. And the craziest thing is, when I went there like at the event and I saw like the guy's table for the first time, I didn't really think that they were guppies. I was like, might be some random stuff. But when I was looking at another guy tables, and then I've seen a bunch like I was looking at the other guy tables, and I was a little bit tired of what I was seeing because it was just like regular random stuff that I was not really interested into. But I ended up buying some stuff from this guy either way. And then when I turned my back and I was about to go away and kind of like see what other people have around and if they have any guppies, which they did not, then I saw like another person just taking a look at these bags and just like putting a little hard so that they can have a proper look of them. And then I was like, oh my god, these are guppies. And the table was kind of like full of guppies. I'm gonna try to put a picture right here. That's for the picture. And yeah, and I ended up seeing these guys and I was like, I want to breed them. But yeah, so I had like 3 of them. The 3 was for 20 bucks, which is yet again a really good deal. Because I know like a breeding pair would have been at least $35 on eBay. Fact. Second bag with another pair as well. Really nice guppy. The male is stunning. Really nice tail. Never seen a beautiful tail like this. The female kind of look like she's pregnant, or she's pregnant. Yeah, she is pregnant. And that's gonna be another bag. And I got this from the same guy that I showed you guys the bag earlier the first time, like the beautiful guppies. So they're still the same guy. And then you guys can kind of like know by just the look of the bag, because he only had like this kind of bag, which is a pretty good way to do marketing, to be honest. And yeah, so it's only like 2 of them for 22. So it's kind of like 10 each. I'm not gonna complain about it because I know it would have been much more expensive. And the way that I go about buying fish is I know what it takes like to take care of fries, and I know how expensive the whole process is like to breed a fish, and from just a regular fry or just a random fry to an adult fish that you can breed and sell. They take a lot of time and energy, water change, you gotta buy them food, and if they get sick, you need to medicate them. So it does take a lot of time. So that's one of the reasons why I don't really take a look at prices. Well, I used to when I first started the hobby. Take a look at prices and be like, oh my god, this is way too expensive, I'm not gonna buy it. Because at the end of the day, so I kind of like say it as, the fish is really expensive, and you're breeding fish like I'm breeding fish as well, So you have like some pretty nice thing on stock. So let me buy some from you so that you can keep doing what you're doing. Instead of, oh my god, this is way too expensive, I'm gonna try to get a much more cheaper one. Because the cheaper, like cheaper, or well, I'll just say cheaper doesn't really mean quality, and mostly in this hobby, like when you find like a really nice beautiful fish like for cheap, you can't just Well, I don't want to make it like a stereotype of saying like, oh, if the fish is cheap, it's because the fish is sick. Most likely it's gonna be like the fish is sick and somebody's just trying to, you know, sell whatever they have in stock because they know it's sick and they just want to get their money out of it. From a business perspective, kind of makes sense, but from a ethical business perspective, it doesn't really not, because you know you're just taking these people money away from them, where you're not really giving them a really good product because you know your product is messed up. Because hey, your fish is sick and they would have died away. So why would you charge them full price, or why are you not disclosing that? You know, because I do know some sick. Well, I'm not gonna say I do know some people who buy sick fish, but if the fish is really sick though, and you're really trying to get it out of stock, maybe not pricing it for what you would have priced it. It's kind of like a good idea. I let them know like it's like this close. Hey, the fish is sick. I'm trying to get it out. I'm trying to get the stock that I have out because I want to get some new stuff, some more stuff, kind of thing. But that's kind of like the way that I see it. So I'm just gonna stop talking right now because I've been talking like for really long, and yeah, I'm gonna show you guys more stuff. And this beautiful male is from the same guy too, same bag, $10. Beautiful, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. The colors, the patterns. My God, it's beautiful. And I got these guys from PetSmart. It's a really beautiful strain. Kind of look like the thing that I was going for, really vibrant colors, but not as vibrant because I was looking for really vibrant red, but I've seen this vibrant yellow. And I thought out, it's gonna be a really good try or a really good experience breeding those. But I'm not gonna quarantine them on the same thing that I've brought from the expo, because it's from PetSmart, probably some wholesaler out of country. So I don't really trust those fish like this. So I have a separate 10-gallon tank over there that I'm gonna quarantine them in, like them alone. I'm not gonna put any fish with them. And do the proper process and see like how well they've done, and maybe ended up like later going there and buy some more. But yeah, so I just don't trust guppies from Petco like this. Petco, PetSmart, pretty much the same wholesalers. So yeah, I'm not gonna quarantine them with the fish that I got from this local breeder from the expo earlier. So yeah, they're really beautiful though. Size beautiful males. Really don't know how they call, and one female. And the reason why I chose this female is because I've seen that she was visibly pregnant. So I know for a fact that she's pregnant, and she probably have like 6, maybe 7 fries in there. So I'm gonna put her in the quarantine thing and some guppy grass just in case she gives birth with before quarantine is done, so that the guppies can kind of survive, and then I'll take the guppies because I don't know what kind of strain she has. Finger crossed, like it's pretty much the same strain, and then I'll just end up like with these guys if all of them survive quarantine, and then 6 more, which is gonna be brand new more that I'll have that I can breed as well, some new G's and stuff like that. But I'm really interested, really happy about the choice that I've made. None of them actually look sick though. Not seeing any visible sign of ick, any visible sign of distress. So I'm just gonna put them on the quarantine thing by themselves. And then I'll update you guys every day and kind of like let you know how they are doing, even if it's kind of like a 1 minute, maybe a 2-minute videos. So yeah. So these are some hyphen mollies or platies. I really don't know why. I know mollies and platies are 2 different things, but I'm not fully sure about what's a molly, what's a platy. What are mollies, what are platies, to be honest. Because right now I'm saying they're platies. Mollies are kind of like balloon stomach kind of thing. I don't know. I'm just gonna not think about it too much. But I got these guys from the local breeder there as well. But he had a good amount of pleco and some catfish as well, if I'm not mistaken. But the guppy that he did had, oh my God, I didn't take a look at his guppies, but he said that he had guppies, but he didn't really brood them. But like most people were looking for guppies, so it was kind of like and it was actually the guy that was not interested in buying stuff from him because it just did not have like things I was looking for. I take this back. Besides the angels, it has like some beautiful koi angels. But the reason why I didn't really take the koi angels is because I know I have like these juvenile angels that I've been taking care of for the last 3 months, 3 or 2 months, and I really don't want to put the big 4 angels because I would have most likely buy 3 from him, or maybe 5. I don't want to put them on the 55 tank, even if the 55 tank is really big, and like, you know, like those 5 bigger angels start like bullying them and make them or kill them one by one. So I thought about it. So the way that I'm gonna be doing it with this like whole angel things is I'm gonna go to the super auction that's gonna happen in 3 weeks or maybe 4 weeks from now, and I'm gonna give out those angels at the auction and just prepare the thing for probably more angels, but most likely platies, because I'm really interested about breeding platies and mollies. So I'm probably gonna dedicate this thing for way more platies and mollies, and it's a 55, so they will have like more space to do whatever the heck they really want to do. And yeah, and maybe get some angels as well, but I'll need a brand new tank for that because I don't want to put my angels on this, because for me personally, I tried to put angels with guppies, even if the guppies were really small. One thing that I've seen is like the antlers, like the bottom feeder guppies that I had from this random supermarket. So they were pretty fine with the angels, but as soon as I put the colorful guppies, they would just like go after the colorful guppies and try like to kill the guppy, and I was like, So no colorful guppies, or maybe no colorful fish with angels, because the angels is gonna go and pick at them and kill them, which is not what I want though. So that's one of the reasons why I just keep the angels by themselves, and I really don't put anything. Like the only thing that I would have put with an angel, to be honest, are maybe pletkos, because I'm most likely gonna add some cave if I had pletkos, or some corridors as well. But I wouldn't really put any fish with pletkos, because not pletkos with angels, because angels is just angels, I guess. They're aggressive, but they don't really show any sign of aggression with each other. Maybe because I got them pretty young, kind of helps too. But yeah, so I got 2 bags from this guy actually, and it was selling each bag for 24, and I bought like 2 from him like for 20, which ended up costing me 10 each. But they look pretty colorful, to be honest, and I just can't wait to get some babies out of these guys. But I'm not gonna quarantine these guys, because they look pretty healthy to me beside of these. But I'm still not gonna quarantine them, and finger crossed everything is fine. Cause yeah, I just don't want to put them with the guppies and just them starting chasing those guppies and messing up their tails. So I really don't want to risk that. So I'm just gonna put them on the 30 gallon lung that I have over there at the top, and then I'll show you guys the results when it's done for me to take them out of quarantine and putting them in the tank. But I'm gonna prepare some food right now. I'm gonna defrost some worms and some brine shrimp to feed them guys, because I didn't feed them before I left this morning, but I fed them at like 10 or maybe 11 last night, so that's why. So we're gonna do that, and then once the fish are done with quarantine, we'll show you guys some stuff.